premise of Modi's policy to digitize the economy and to bring in technology that reaches to everybody in the country. That's a big change.
If I ask you about top two stock market, where would you advise to the global fund houses to invest?
Of course, India would have to come first. And India, of course, has the brain power. Well, first of all, the most impressive thing is that the size is incredible. I've been to many exhibitions around the world, and this is probably the biggest place I've been in one spot. You can have the largest exhibitions in the world, whereas in many other places I've been, they've had to split it up into at least 2 or maybe 3 different venues, which makes it quite inconvenient for the people attending. The second thing is the convenience. In fact, you've got a subway that goes right into the exhibition center. You've got a highway nearby. You've got the airport here. So you've got incredible accessibility and convenience for the people who are exhibiting and for the people who are attending. And the third thing is that you're now in the world's most populous country, and you're in the capital of that country, which is very significant because the different states of the Indian Republic are stationed here. They have representatives here, so it's very, very convenient for them as well to bring their state exhibitions to this center. So I would say it's an excellent venue.
Sir, you are in India at a time when India is the largest, fastest growing economy. What changes you see this time in India?
Because the change is constant. There's continuous change. And the main reason for that is because of Modi's premise, of Modi's policy to digitize the economy and to bring in technology that reaches to everybody in the country. That's a big change. And of course the change is taking place before our very eyes. Every time I come to India, there's new things happening, new changes.
Sir, how do you see the India's growth potential, particularly in the context of the country's rapid expansion and infrastructure development?
Well, the 7% growth is the highest in the world for any major country, number one. And that growth is not diminishing, it continues. So that's a very significant development that is going to be very good for India.
And so you heard our Prime Minister the day before yesterday. He shared your love for India. And if I ask you about top two stock market, where would you advise to the global fund houses to invest?
Of course, India would have to come first. Then I would probably look at Taiwan, which is, of course, it's a Chinese society, but it's a free society, and they're doing very, very well. Of course, now we're beginning to see China come up, and there'll be some companies in China that'll be interesting, but still India would be our first pick.
And sir, which sector, if you want to invest in India, which sector you will prefer to invest?
Technology. In the future, I believe there's going to be a big growth in hardware technology. As you know, India is already very big in software technology, but now in the future there will be more hardware manufacturing here in India.
And India is also focusing on semiconductor. So how
Yes.
do you see this semiconductor industry taking place in India?
Well, it's already taking place because you must remember that many of the large semiconductor companies in the world already have software development taking place in India. They have thousands of software engineers working for them. The next step, of course, will be the hardware, where you will see large semiconductor manufacturing plants. And of course, the kind of investment you're talking is not millions, but billions of dollars that would be invested to produce the most sophisticated semiconductors in the world.
Sir, Modi government is in its third term and done several reforms in the last 10 years. In your opinion, what went well that India has become the fifth largest economy and soon going to be the third largest economy?
Yes, because of his policies, the policies that were very conducive to growth. At the end of the day, you've got to have a free enterprise system to create growth. And growth is based on creativity. And India, of course, has the brain power to be able to produce that growth and produce the creativity that's necessary for growth.
Mm-hmm. And sir, what would you like to say about Ratan Tata? We lost Ratan Tata recently.
Well, I met him many years ago, and I found him to be a very friendly, humble, and insightful person. So I was very sad to hear his passing, and I feel that I would consider him one of the great Indian entrepreneurs of this century.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.